Hello Aries, what's going on? I hope you are doing very, very well. My name is Diane, for those of you who don't know me, and this is Madam Butterfly Tarot, and we're going to do a general reading for September, but of course it's timeless, you know. All my readings are timeless, so whenever you happen to find this bad boys when you were meant to see it, you are very welcome here. You're very welcome here. Thank you for checking out the channel. I appreciate it a lot. And if you feel called to like and subscribe for me, I would appreciate that very much as well. Okay. There's a little bit of holding back going on. That's a lot. Just chill out. Okay, you have the Six of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Chariot, the Death card, and the Tower together. Okay, well, something's about to change. Like the Death card is the end of something, and the Tower is a big change. You know, I mean, in a good way. This is just something leaving your life so that something else can come in. Like the Tower is something that changes everything. There's a little bit of, you know, you're in like a Queen of Swords energy because there's stuff that's happened in the past. The Queen of Swords or the King, you know, if you're a dude, it doesn't matter about gender. Like the Queen of Swords is an energy of, you know, you only half let people in because of, you know, you've been hurt in the past. So you're like, okay, well, no one's getting in. I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to do what I have to do to protect myself. And you have Judgment. There is happiness coming in here though, like the Ten of Cups is happiness, it's emotional fulfillment. The Temperance card is healing and peace. So I feel like you have peace coming in. And you have a new person coming into your life, a King of Cups, or who wants to come in. They could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or Libra. There's an end to heartbreak. That's the Three of Swords that just came out. So heartbreak or grief or sadness, it's like cutting the cords with that and having that energy leave your life. You're suddenly going to be happy. The Nine of Cups is a sudden energy of being happy. You know, even if you don't, like if you're not exactly where you want to be, I feel like you will be where you want to be though. I feel like they gave you a Nine of Cups here because they used up your Ten of Cups there. So I feel like it is basically another Ten of Cups here. There's like a happy, everything is going to change, or something major is going to change, but it's going to lead to a lot of happiness for you. Like bliss, feelings of bliss. All right, tell me, all right. Oh, okay. So this King of Cups here is going to come in and make you some kind of offer with the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, with the Ten of Wands. You know, whatever offer it is this King of Cups is making you, it's going to, like this sadness from the past that you've been carrying has been very heavy. You know, it's a very heavy burden. It's like sadness or a broken heart or something. And this offer from this new person is going to help to remove the sadness. I'm actually trying to pull cards on something else, but the cards are just coming out. You have the Devil energy here. So there could have been like a very toxic connection or multiple toxic connections, or it's simply sadness from the past that's been holding you back. Hold on a second, Aries. Sorry, Aries. And you also have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck here, which is like a breakthrough. And you have the Two of Cups. So this is like a soulmate. that would want to come in, like a best friend. You know, it kind of looks like you're going to get your happy back before this person comes in though. Tell me about this Ten of Cups here. The Six of Swords. So you're moving, like the Six of Swords is moving into a calm energy. You know, it's actually a flow state. There's something here about you moving into a flow state. Sorry. The Six of Swords is an energy of, you know, like the calm after the storm kind of thing. Okay. I want to know how you're going to get there. Is actually what I'm interested in. So how does Aries get from this Queen of Swords energy to the Ten of Cups? Because again, I feel like it comes in before this person, you know. I mean, no, it's fine, you know, when a person comes in and makes you happy, but it's nice when you have your own happy before the person comes in, right? Because then like your happiness is not relying on a person, which is never good. So how does Aries get from like the Queen of Swords to the Ten of Cups? What happens? Turn a corner. You're about to turn a corner. That's vague. How does Aries turn a corner? Like, how do they do that? How do they get from this Queen of Swords to the Ten of Cups? Times are changing. Again, vague. How does Aries get from the Queen of Swords to the Ten of Cups? The Sun. Shine, sparkle, and steal the spotlight. Okay, so there's something going on here. Right, the Judgment card is your calling. So there's something that you're going to be feeling very called to do, where you're gonna be like in the spotlight, or you're gonna want to spend more time in the spotlight, or you're gonna be happy with receiving attention. You're gonna be shining and sparkling. Some of you, it could be like a YouTube yoga channel. I know that's super specific, but that could be for one person watching. You might end up teaching a yoga class, or you're going to do it on YouTube. Super specific, but someone needs that message. And you have the full moon. All is being revealed. It's really interesting that you have the sun and the moon. So I feel there's someone that wants to collaborate with you. This King of Cups here. Because you have the conjunction card, stop, collaborate, and listen. And you have the midheaven card, mind your reputation. So this person could have a big reputation. You know, they could be like big in what they do or something like that. And they want to like employ you or collaborate with you or something. There could be some kind of offer like that. Any advice for, okay, you have the Ascendant card, take things at face value. So like stop looking for problems, stop suspecting the worst, I guess is the message for that. How does Aries, like what is the Sun card? Fight the good fight. Palace, fight the good fight. It's almost like phrase that? Like not letting yourself be cowed, you know? Like letting yourself shine, letting yourself sparkle, letting yourself be in the spotlight, even if there's competition. You know, because there's always like competition from people who want to be in the spotlight or think that you're getting too much attention. You know, maybe you had a lot of that in the past. Like if you, if you not tried, but you were just naturally sparkling or getting a lot of attention, there's usually some jealous person that's like, me, and they like try and put you down and stuff because they're jealous that you're getting attention. So it's almost like an energy of standing up for yourself, but doing it in a very peaceful way that doesn't take away from your peace, you know, because sometimes when you get involved with that type of thing, because it's always a certain type of person that does that, you know, I'm going to refrain from commenting further on that, but it's always a certain type of person that does that, but it can, you know, sometimes they can kind of steal your peace. You know, you may have been someone that's just sort of gone with the flow because you didn't want to like argue with people or upset people, but I feel like now you're just going to be like, you know what, I really don't care if you're upset. I'm here, I'm going to sparkle, you're going to see me, and that's what's going to happen. If you don't like it, then you can shut your pie hole, basically. It's like coming from an energy of peace. I just don't see any kind of like you being upset. I feel like it's both. And you have Aquarius fly your freak flag, so you're just being unapologetically you. You know? It's just like, here I am. Look at me, look at me. No, it's like you're moving more into that energy though, where you don't mind being seen, you know, but you're not going to be one of those people. You're just not going to be hiding yourself away anymore. Because the thing is with the Queen of Swords, I feel like you probably have information that people want. Usually the Queen of Swords is someone that has information. Okay. So that's that. Right, let's see what this Ace of Pentacles is. Tell me about this. You're going to have to make a choice when this offer comes in. Look, adjudication, and you have the Chariot, which sometimes it can mean decision. And in this deck, you have this way and that way. So when this offer comes in, you're going to have to choose what you want here. So you don't have to do it. It would involve a lot of change. You have the change card with somebody moving house. So maybe for some of you, it would involve you moving house. But it will bring in a lot of change. It'll help to remove some of this Ten of Wands energy. Like, you know, in part, that is, like this person's going to sort of remove some of the heartbreak you've been dealing with. But the Ten of Wands is also an energy of just having too much to do, like having too many responsibilities, too many burdens, trying to manage too much by yourself. So it brings a change in that way that you would have less responsibilities or it wouldn't feel so heavy. What's this Ace of Pentacles? False person. So you're going to doubt yourself because you're going to think there's like imposter syndrome happening. You know, what's the offer? What is it? Oh, it's a date. I don't know why they're saying collaborate. So it seems to be a, what? Why? Why you do these things? Why you confuse me? So it's a date then. This Ace of Pentacles is a date that will bring in a lot of change. So this person's going to ask you out. I don't know why you're having to decide if you want to do this, if you want to date this person or not. But there is an element of, you're like, ooh, I don't know what I want. Why is this collaborate card here? there's a little bit of a concern. There's a little bit of a concern here. Okay, I don't know if this collaboration thing, for some of you, it could be an actual work collaboration, or I don't know. Say you guys do something creative. You know, this person might, you know, they might ask you out on a date under the premise of like, hey, let's collaborate or something. You know what I mean? Guys do that sort of thing. But I feel like it's you. You have some concern over whether or not you want to partner up with this person or even want to date them, because there's something to do with their reputation. Like, they're quite big. There's something about this person's reputation that's quite big. So maybe they have a big personality, or they have a big friend group, or they're like big in their career or something. There's something about that. And I think there's a part of you that worries that they're fake, to be honest. So make of that what you will. You have toil and labor, and journey, and community. So if there was like some kind of collaboration with this person, or like you worked for this person, could be that. You know, it could be like this person has a big business, or you've heard a lot of things about them and they like offer you a job and you're like, I don't know about that. But I see here that you work very hard, or like you work very long hours, or you know, maybe you're more like behind the scenes or something like that. If you did choose to collaborate with this person, it would put an end to that sort of, I want to say like tedium, or hard, like that level of, yeah, you know, sort of slaving away sort of thing. And you have community. So it could be like working as part of a team, or working as part of a group, which is gross. Or leading a team, because you have official person. So it could be like leading a team or leading a group. That's come out in a few of the readings recently. So I feel like there's a person that's watching a lot of the readings, and it's coming out in the readings for you. So, but I see maybe the dating is going to happen first. So they're going to act like, it's like, I don't know, they're going to ask you on a date. Maybe the work thing doesn't resonate for all of you, but for some of you it will. But definitely this person wants to ask you on a date. But I do see you getting into like this kind of peaceful, taking charge, being okay with being seen type of energy first. There's like a sense of empowerment first, before this person even enters your life. You know what I mean? So you've obviously done something. How? You want to like give Aries some tips on like how to do that? Any thoughts on how Aries does that? Stop pushing against what is. Align with it and move on. Sorry, I was laughing. Align with it and move on. Sometimes Spirit is just so cheeky. So there's a sense of resisting something here. And then basically they want you to stop resisting them and get into a flow state. Any advice about how to do that? Let your feelings out. Ew, feelings. all of them, even the ones that scare you. So, you know, when you're talking feelings, you're talking sacral chakra, which is like also a flow state. You might still have some feelings about things that happened in the past, or like an ending in the past that need to come out. Stop caring about what they think. This is your life to love and live. This is something here. These things are connected. There's something to do with like hiding yourself away because of fear. And it's to do with your childhood, actually. You have the Six of Cups here. For a lot of you, that's to do with childhood. Or something that, I think for a lot of you, it's childhood. If that doesn't resonate, it's your past in general, but I think for a lot of you, it's childhood. It's like letting your freak flag fly. It's like tapping into your own, yeah, like there's just an energy here of you tapping into this energy of like, you know what, I really don't give a shit what you think. I'm going to shine and I'm going to sparkle, and you're just, you can, yeah, I think I said that earlier, but I think that's what's, so you're dealing with like feelings from the past about that. Stop giving away your power right now. So there is something you've been doing where you've been giving away your power. You know, maybe you've been like hiding your feelings. You know, if you grow up in like a strict household or something like that when you're young, you learn to like block the sacral chakra, which is where your feelings are. So you learn to repress stuff. So it could be that you're very prone to like repressing yourself or repressing your true self. You know, maybe you were like kind of a, I don't know, like a goofy child or something like that, or you had a lot of energy and your parents were always like, oh my God, just sit still, just stop talking, stop being weird, you know, so you've learned to like repress it. But now I feel like it's coming out. So there's some inner child healing that's happening. So you're stepping into this very, like I said, very empowered energy of just letting yourself be seen, letting yourself be heard, and really just not caring what people think. She's even got her little hand on her hip here. She's like, yeah, what of it? Any other advice for Aries? Remember that you can't change anyone but yourself. Okay, this is some kind of tower that's going to give you a lot of peace. This Nine of Cups energy, there's something very blissful about that. Like the tower is like a realization. So you're going to have some realization that you can't change anyone but yourself. And it's going to bring you a lot of peace. I don't really know what that means, but that's the message. When you find something that excites you, go all in and enjoy the ride. So you're also going to find something that excites you. And that is going to make you very happy and peaceful as well. I don't want to take anything else from that deck. Tell me about this thing that excites Aries. I feel like this one keeps coming out because it's ripped. I'm just going to put you to the side. What is this thing that excites Aries? The world. Okay, so basically, you know, that is very similar to a message that Pisces just got. I don't know if some of you guys have Pisces in your chart. You might be dealing with a Pisces or something, but the world is going to start to excite you again. Something about the world is going to start to excite you again. I don't know if I said this earlier, but you might worry about your reputation working with this person. Like you might worry that they don't have a good reputation or there's something about them. Yeah, I didn't say this earlier. I meant to. This person, like for those of you that would take this, it doesn't even have to be about working with them. It could just be about dating them. But you might worry about your reputation if you worked with or dated this person. There's some concern about that. I don't know if it's founded. I would say in terms of dating, it's not founded because the King of Cups is like a very sweet energy. But maybe you're worried about your reputation if you worked with this person. You know, maybe it's something like you're dating and you work together or something like that, you know? So you're like, oh my God, I don't know about that, blah, blah, blah. I meant to say that earlier. So yeah, the world is going to excite you again. Could be for some of you, you're going traveling. What's this thing that's going to excite Aries? Okay. Let's go into a different deck. I should just throw that card out. I should just rebuy that deck because I ripped one of the cards. Ugh, it annoys me so much. I must have order. Okay. What's this thing that's going to excite Aries? Oh my God. A new perspective. Some kind of new perspective. You have the Nephilim here. Controversial, assessing, new perspectives. You're going to get a new perspective on something. And you have the flower of life, inspiration, awe, dream. So yeah, you're just moving into like a new perspective where you're inspired. You're feeling inspired again. You're feeling filled with awe. There's just something about the world inspiring you again. Merkaba. I can't really show you this card because she's naked. Movement, long distance travel, excitement. So for some of you, it could actually be long distance travel. Like you're going on holiday or something like that. And there's some kind of excitement though. What is it? What's this thing that's going to excite Aries? Kabbalah, Tree of Life, integration, life lessons, emanation. I don't feel like it's about any of that stuff. I feel like it's something to do with, it's like this has been coming out in the readings quite a bit. It's like you're finding out how things work for some of you. Like it could be, for some of you, you might end up studying the Kabbalah, or you might get into sacred geometry, or you're like figuring out how things work. Or you're making connections or something like that. Is there anything, like what's this thing that's going to excite Aries? What's this thing that's going to excite Aries? I don't know why they keep throwing tons of cards at me. Okay, you just keep doing it, right? So I guess we don't get to find out what that is. What's this thing that's going to excite Aries? The Six of Wands, the Fool, the Two of Swords, the King of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. It's like a hard-won victory. I feel like you've just come out of like a period of shadow work or something, and it's like a new beginning where you feel free. And again, part of that is being okay with like being seen and being celebrated. And I feel like there's something to do with knowledge here. which is very similar to what Pisces had. I feel like you're going to read, or you're going to find out some information, like some kind of knowledge that's going to excite you. And also with the Three of Wands, like you're moving forward, like you're releasing the past and you're moving forward. There's some kind of inspiration. Like with the Two of Swords, that's an energy of like just, you know, not really letting things in and not really seeing things properly. But the Ace of Wands, this is inspiration, feeling excited, feeling creative, feeling inspired. That's what's going to happen. And I feel like it maybe comes from like information you've been learning, like with this King of Swords energy. Yeah, it's information. That's exactly the same message that Pisces had. You should maybe check out that reading if you feel inclined to. But there's some kind of like, it could be spiritual knowledge, because you have the High Priestess and the King of Swords here. It could be something, it could be you find a topic to read about that excites you. It could be that you're going to learn a new topic. It could be information in general, maybe reading. You might start reading again and be like, oh my God, this is so good. Or you're learning a new creative thing, like a new creative hobby. Or you restart a creative hobby you used to have. It's like you find your inspiration again. For some of you, it's spiritual stuff. Like it could be the tarot, or you're reading spiritual concepts. You know, like I said, like the sacred geometry or the Kabbalah, or finding out how things work. Maybe you're studying things like the Merkaba. Maybe you're figuring out how you're figuring out your own power. You're figuring out how to manifest and create things and control energy. Some of you guys could be learning the runes. You could be learning scrying. There's something like that. Could be witchy stuff. So that's what that is. So I'm going to leave that there, Aries. Many thanks for watching. I hope it was a useful reading. Don't forget to like and subscribe for me if you feel like doing that. I would appreciate it very much. And as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care.